So contrary to the advice I said on one of the other clips, get a guide and you'll save a lot of time trying to find spots, because otherwise you do genuinely spend ages just faffing about trying to find places. But to be fair, last year it was a really bad day, so I just spent the day driving around the area, and I did find this place. The river height was far too high, but it's easily accessible. Nice flat spot, got some riffles, glides, a whole lot really, so some pools at the bottom there. So we'll see what it's like. The weather's supposed to go rubbish in a couple of hours time, so I might take a break after that. We'll see how it goes. So it was a relative of mine that said I should do this, start a YouTube channel and sort of document the trips that I go on and the fishing that I do or fail to do, hence the name. So you'll have gathered I'm new to this lark, but it's quite interesting to kick it off and see what happens. And yeah, just quite interesting to do. And you'll realise now, or I've realised, that I should be filming in this format rather than portrait. So from now on I shall endeavour to do that. I was saying earlier about fishing in France and what good value it is. It is really good value, but if you're like me, you probably prefer to have the stretch to yourself. That's why, for example, in the UK, I spend most of the time on the Y and Usk and use the Y Usk foundation, and it's great because you can pick and choose which beat you want to be on your own from the comfort of your chair. Here, however, you rock up, and if there's a generally Dacia Duster or a Skoda Yeti parked up, you're pretty sure there's going to be another guy fishing there, so you can move on. So there is that little bit of stress of finding a spot that isn't occupied, but there's usually ones to find. At lunchtime, nothing doing really. There's a bunch of chub down there, I think, just where the end of my line is, more or less, a bit further down maybe. It's quite cold today and it's due to rain as well, and I'm very much a fair weather woman, I'm afraid, so if it starts raining I'm packing it in. There's my finger. But yesterday was really good. It was warm, sunny, forgot my sunblock. I was there with a guy, I was saying earlier about meeting other people on the river, and this guy was from Burgundy. We both had good days, half a dozen chub each, I think, something like that. Of course, the biggest one that I caught got off. Surprise, surprise, they always do. Yeah, it was a good day today though. Yeah, it's just cold. The first time I put my coat on all week, and yeah, I don't think I've seen any rises, hardly at all week so far, which is interesting. Been insects about, but no rises. I'm sure people know why that is, but I don't. But, there you go. Just another quick clip while the sun's out, just to show what it's like. This forecast rain hasn't turned up yet, so long may it continue like this. But that is just stunning. Bit of a hoolie playing now. Time to knock it on the head, I think. It's starting to rain. Those guys in the kayaks were pretty well dressed up with sou'westers and God knows what else to keep the rain off them, so yeah, probably best time to give it in. But I suspect this would be a really good spot for salmon if I knew what I was doing with salmon fishing, which I don't know a clue, so don't bother. But very deep pool, this one. Lots of back eddies in it. There we go. About 5 minutes after I filmed that last clip, the sun came out, stayed out well, it's still out. And I moved upstream and stayed on, and I found the fish. They're here. I've managed to lose 3 or 4 so far, but they're still quite active, and they're going for a small black and pink nymph. So I'll keep trying. Just more of the same really. Don't need to really say much about this, but what a beautiful place. And that water. Like ranunculus everywhere. Really healthy river. It's a UNESCO heritage river. My home rivers really are the Wye, the Usk and the Lug, and you know, we all know what's going on with those at the minute. Hopefully it'll improve, but this one is something special. If only I could get the fish out of it, really. So I had those knocks on the nymphs, which was nice to connect with some fish, but didn't get anywhere. So I ran out of energy and I've come back to sort out my nymphs. I haven't got to get the dry rod out at all. So far this week, or last week, just no rises whatsoever. So I'm just really stocking up on the nymphs that I lost during the day. I actually had 3 nymphs where I lost a tungsten bead within the first 10 minutes, which was very bizarre. Different manufacturers, so nothing there. It must just be that usual common denominator of operator error, I think. But anyway, do this, finish a coffee and then have a beer, I think.